Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for the opportunity that you have given to me. Let me introduce myself. My name is Sri Nurul Putri Abdullah. I'm from English Education Department on 5th semester. And this time I will analyze a poem by Maya Angelou, and the title is On the Pulse of Morning. Now let's begin our discussion. As you can see on the screen, that is the poetry or poem from by Maya Angelou, and the title is On the Pulse of Morning. Next is theme of the poem. So I divided it into two. That is hope and courage, and which means don't be afraid to look back and move forward with hope. And also the authors says that not to be afraid and believes in hope. She also uses various objects from history as answers and witness of this life. Sound devices. Sound devices in poetry or poem consists of various elements, but now I will explain about rhythm and rhyme. Rhythm in this poetry, there is no set rhythm to its lines, and also rhyme, no pattern of rhyme scheme. On the Pulse of the Morning is a free verse poem with no set rhythm and rhyme. So what is free verse? Free verse is literary device that can be defined as poetry that is free from regular rhythm and does not rhyme with fixed forms. Alliteration. So alliteration is the repetition of consonant sounds of the beginning of words. For example, in line 1, the sound of R in a rock, a river, a tree. That is alliteration. Next is assonance. What is assonance? Assonance is the repetition of vowel sound in the same line. For example, is in line 14, you created only a little lower than. And besides that, there is consonance. What is consonance? Consonance is repetitive sound produced by consonant in the middle or end of words in a phrase or sentence. For examples, they are in line 2, host two species long since departed, and in line 4, the dinosaur who left dry tokens. Next is repetition. So there is a repetition of this poem that is of the first, the rock cries out to us, and that repetition is to create an effect. Now is about poetic device, and it's about imagery. What is imagery? That is poets use words that appeal to the reader's sense of sight, sound, etc. And for example, in line 12, but seek no heaven in my shadow, and it is a part of visual imagery. Next is about figurative language, and it consists of metaphor, personification, and allusion. And first, what is metaphor? Metaphor describes one thing as if it were another. And for example, the rock, river, and tree. And number two, the second is personification. Gives human characteristic to something non-human. And for the example is, but today the rock cries out to us clearly, forcefully. And the last is allusion. In line 3, marked the mastodon. And the mastodon is a species of large tusked mammal in history. So it is in part of allusion. So that's all about my discussion from the elements to analyze a poem. And I want to say Sorry for my deficiency, and thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.